Okay. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about place value. Why it's important, right? We need to understand this in order for us to understand, decimals and just regular numbers as well as to understand decimals. Okay. The place value of a number is the number's position in a larger number, either in a regular number or in a larger number, right? It denotes how much the value is in a given number provided, right? So for example, we have so for example, right, if we're talking about the set of whole numbers, right? The set of whole numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc., right? Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, da 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 da, right? All right. The set of whole numbers goes on for infinity, right? So you can have a number like, for example, let's use the example like 22, right? 22, when we break down 22, 22 has a ones place and 22 has a tens place, right? The tens place. The ones place, when the 2 is in the ones place, it means that there's two ones, right? There's two ones. The ones place is 2, and the tens place means that it's 2. But when the tens place is 2, what it means is that it's 2 times 10, right? And the ones place is 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 10 is 20, which is 20 plus 2, which is 22, right? In the number system, the place value is based off of the base 10. So like 10 ones, so we have ones, right? And then we have 10 ones is 110, 10 tens is 100, 10 hundreds is 1,000, so on and so forth. So if we have something like, so basically the number system is, when you denote a number, the number system is broken down like ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc., right? And then it's also broken down, if you're dealing with a decimal, it's broken down into tenths, hundreds, thousands, etc., right? Because 1/10 means 1/10, hundreds means 100, thousands means 1,000, so on and so forth, right? We have ones, which is 1. We have tens, which is 10. We have hundreds, which is 100. We have thousands, which is 1,000, so on and so forth, right? So if we say something like 326, for example, right? We will say that when we break it down into its place value form, we will say that we have we do hundreds, tens, and ones, and then we do 326, which means that we have 3, right? 3 times 100, which is 300. We have 2 times 10, which is 20, and we have 6 times 1, which is 6. So this becomes 300 plus 20 plus 6, which is 326, right? This part is called, this whole thing, right, is called the place value, because we're breaking down the number into its place value. Here in this thing is called the expanded notation. Is when we break down the number into, like, we are like breaking it down, we're expanding it because we're basically saying that, since it's 3 times 100, this is 300. Since it's 2 times 10, this is 20. Since it's 6 times 1 is 6, we do 300 plus 20 plus 6. When it's written in this form, we said that this is expanded notation. And when it's written in like its regular form, This is the standard form or the standard notation, right? And this is its place value. So let's use another example. Let's say we have 298. So since this is 298, then if we want to break it down into its place value, we'll break it down into hundreds, tens, and ones. And since there's 2 hundreds, there's 9, 10, and there's 8 ones, we'll say, okay, you know, we have 2 times 100, which is 200. We have 9 times 10, which is 90, and we have, you know, we have 1 times 8, 8 times 1, which is 8. So this converts into 200 plus 90 plus 8, which is 298, right? This is its expanded notation. This is its place, right? Because it comes from here. This is its place value, right? And this is the standard form, or the standard notation, right? So 200 plus 90 plus 8. 2 times 100 is 200. 9 times 10 is 90. 8 times 1 is 8. 200 plus 90 plus 8 is 298, right? Right. So let's use another example. But with decimals, right? Let's say we do 1.52, right? In this case, we have ones, tens, and hundreds, right? This is ones, this is 1, this is 5, this is 2, and then the decimal point. This little dot here is the decimal point. Right? So in this case, when we have 1.52, it means we have 1 times 1, which is 1. We have 0. We have 5 tens, which is 0.5, and then we have 2 100s, which is 0.02, and then it becomes 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.02, which is 1.52. Okay, this is its place value. This is the expanded notation. And then this is the it comes from here, right? And then this is the standard form. Now, for the purposes of this video, we're not gonna really go into decimals like that. We're gonna only do like the whole numbers to try to get the idea of place value. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more example, and then that's it. Let's say we have 1,098. Right? We break it down into thousands. So this is thousands. This is hundreds. This is tens. This is ones, right? So we have 1, 0, 9, 8, right? This means that we have 1 times 1,000, which is 1,000. We have 0 times 100, which is 0. We have 9 times 10, which is 90, and we have 8 times 1, which is 8. So this becomes 1,000 plus 0 plus 90 plus 8, which is 1,098. Right? We have 1,098. So this is its expanded notation. This is its place value. This is the expanded notation. This is the standard form. And then this is the place value. Okay. All right. So get it? Got it? So basically, when we are, basically place value is talking about the position of the number in a large number or the position of a number itself, right? In a smaller number, right? So for the purposes of this video, we use larger numbers, like we use whole numbers, but you can also write it as a decimal, like if you're talking about decimals, but I'm not going to do that. The basic idea of this video is just try to get it, the understanding of place value. That's the general idea of place value. So I use just regular numbers, right? So basically, you just want to, identify the location. And then once you identify the location, you write it down. 1 times 1,000, 0 times 100, 9 times 10, 8 times 8, etc., etc., etc. And then you do the expanded notation. And then after you do the expanded notation, you write down the standard form. So again, we use the purposes of this video to show 326. 326 is 300 plus 20 plus 6. 298 is 200 plus 90 plus 8. 1.52 is 1.52, and then 1,098 is 1,098. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.